Dear value investors, welcome back to a new episode of 36 Square Capital, a value investor channel. In this episode we will be discussing global dividends and a specific index called the Janus Henderson Global Dividend Index that is telling you how the largest 1200 firms by market cap in the world are making progress on dividend payouts. If you like the channel, do not forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Let's get started. The Janus Henderson Global Dividend Index is a long-term study into global dividend trends by this company. It measures, in fact, for the largest 1200 firms by market cap, the progress in paying out dividends using 2009 as the base year, with the index at that moment in time valued at 100. The index is calculated in US dollars and can be broken down into regions, industries and sectors. We're going to be looking into specific companies and sectors as well. The latest update from November 2022 shows that the index sits currently at around 220. Of course, surging oil dividends drove global payouts up by 7% to an incredible 415 billion of US dollars, which is a record for a third quarter. Underlying growth has been 10.3%, with 90% of the companies raising dividends or holding them steady. As value investors, do not forget that when a mature company starts paying out dividends, it's very difficult for the company to stop paying out those dividends because shareholders get, let's say, used to receiving those cash dividends if it is not share buybacks. Here we're only speaking about cash dividends. Also, another important point for us as value investors, what we need to understand is that the index, if you look at the performance of the index, has been growing by 7% year over year for the last 12 years. And of course, as value investors, we understand that this performance has to be counterbalanced with global inflation. And if you compare, so this index and the 7% year over year growth with inflation, specifically US inflation, in order to measure if we are potentially destroying or creating value, basically US inflation as benchmark has been sitting at 2.7% compounded annual growth rate for the last 12 years, which is like more than 5% below the average of companies' growth in terms of dividends. And this is the reason why I'm a value investor. And again, I'm not telling you here now to go and buy those companies or to buy into the index, but I mean, if you go into my trainings, you will hear the double mechanism I have between capital gains and passive income through dividends. In this graph, you can now have a look at the dividend index per industry, and you see, because those are absolute numbers, you see indeed that technology has been catching up a lot. We have more and more technology companies that are mature and paying out dividends. Nonetheless, where you need to be attentive to is that the report is not taking into account, does not provide for those big dividend payers in absolute monetary amounts what is the dividend payout, the capacity for the company to continue paying out those dividends over a long period of time, nor the dividend yield, so that's the return. So 7% is the average, but there's going to be discrepancies between the companies depending when you buy the company and what is the yield that you get on the price that you paid for one single share. Now you're probably wondering who are the largest dividend payers in the world. We'll have a look at the report. I do have some of those companies in our own portfolio as a value investor. So with that, thanks for your attention. Do not forget that I have specifically on dividend investing a course that is called The Art of Dividend Investing as part of the many courses I'm giving. If you want to have more information, go to my website 36squarecapital.com, and there is a link in the education section to the various training platforms where I'm delivering those trainings online. Thanks again. Thanks for listening in. Do not forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and also to hit the notification bell and to like this video. I hope that you will like it, and talk to you in the next episode. Thank you.